Hello everyone, Ben Woodruff here with the Hutchings Museum Institute in Lehi, Utah. I'm here today at Utah Lake, and it's a beautiful day. I've got a bald eagle perched right behind me right there, and on the other side I have America's smallest falcon, the American kestrel, within two shots, a giant and an icon and this tiny little falcon. And I'm here today at this lake to talk about why this area is so important to our birds. With all the development around the lake and surrounding fields, we are losing so many nesting sites. Birds not only use the lake and lake shore, but they also nest and feed in the surrounding fields. Sandhill cranes and geese have been hit particularly hard by the loss of these fields. Now I know when we get talking about nature, it's really easy to be like, oh yeah, forests, lakes, rivers, they're all important, they're habitats for animals. True, but this area is unique for a prehistoric reason, because we're in the middle of a desert. Why do we have a bald eagle sitting here in the middle of the desert? The reason why, about 1 million years ago, we had a giant lake covering almost the entire state of Utah. It was called Lake Bonneville. Now this lake had fish and birds that would migrate through, waterfowl, all the pelicans, bald eagles, everything. They lived here. But then, about 12,000 years ago, a natural dam on the Idaho border burst and almost the entire lake emptied to the Snake River and the Pacific Ocean. As that lake receded, it concentrated all of the fish and things that a lot of these birds eat out here to this one location. Not only that, all the birds that were used to migrating anywhere they wanted in Utah to be able to find waterways and trees and fish to hunt, suddenly this was the one place. So for the past 10,000 years, this is the place. This is where birds come. They migrate through. This area is vital. It provides trees and marshes for them to nest, to hide, to hunt, and to stay warm. And it provides food of all different kinds, from the tiniest insects to giant fish. This lake even has fish called June suckerfish that only exist in this lake, nowhere else in the world, a literal living fossil from an earlier time. So this area is a place where people can see a ridiculously unusual concentration of birds migrating in, some that are here year-round, and they're here because it's the perfect habitat. The Utah Lake and all its surrounding shoreline and the islands around here are so vital for nesting birds. We have so many birds of prey: bald eagles, golden eagles, prairie falcons, peregrine falcons, ospreys, rough-legged hawks, northern harriers, great horned owls. The list goes on, and they need this little sliver of natural land around for them to be on. We have all kinds of great blue herons and ibises and egrets. We have birds that are only here in the summer and go south to the winter. We have birds that this is south for them, that come from as far away as Canada and even Russia. We have birds of prey that might, like the rough-legged hawk, that will, rather than go up and over the Himalayas, will cross the Bering Sea and then come over here and spend their winter in Utah. And they come to Utah Lake because there's food and there's trees and there's marshes, all the things they need in one location. It's a bird watcher's paradise. Want to be part of the solution? You can volunteer at the Utah Lake Field Station, join the Utah Lake Audubon chapter, and help us preserve and restore these critical nest sites.